Alright, what's up, guys? We back with another video. We outside with it. I know a lot of you guys probably haven't seen this in a long time. I'm just joking, but still. So you guys saw the title of this video. Stop wasting your life on YouTubers. And I'm just saying that to say because I want to wake the younger generation up. My generation and the younger generation up. Because I feel like maybe I'm 19. I feel like maybe my generation understands a little bit, but I feel like the younger generation that's growing up off of these YouTubers is falling more and more into these traps and this little mental mindset, and they're not realizing it because they never had the opportunity to, right? We all know not to give our time to social media, not to give our time to YouTubers and streamers, but we don't know the tactics that they employ to keep us in these spaces and keep us in this mindset, right? So take YouTubers and streamers, for example. YouTubers will play and act, streamers too, like the nicest people in the world. Like they can be friends with anybody, like they would be friends with anybody, but if you were, to meet these people in person, you would see a whole completely different person, like with no cameras around, right? Right, like how people are extremely focused on, being cool or being around cool people and kind of keeping that persona up. And because of that, they're not seen around certain people, make sure they don't hang out with certain people. But when they get on these videos, you wouldn't know that about them. And that's for obvious reasons, so they can maximize your attention, maximize views, and maximize money, right? And I'm not just saying this because I'm judging them. I'm saying this because you can actively see this in reality, right? Because to me, actions speak louder than words, right? And what are their actions? Their actions are, for example, sponsors. They will sponsor products to their fans, products that they themselves have never actually used, but they claim they have. They claim they work. They claim they've been using them all the time. That's a lie. Obviously, because when they're getting paid, they're trying to get their money. But if they care about their fans so much and they are this person that they pretend to be, why are you pushing fake products on the people you claim to be friends with, on the people you claim to be family, right? And then at the same time, you'll see YouTubers pushing crypto scams and these little Cash App scams, but these same YouTubers are YouTubers that continue to get views over and over and over again. And a lot of them are kids, and a lot of them are probably bots too, but a lot of them are kids because they've been growing up off of this and they haven't had the opportunity to kind of realize and understand what's really going on, right? And then after that first step, the second step comes a little parasocial mindset and that parasocial relationship. They've already built this whole we're our family, we are a community kind of thing mindset in the kids. And that's when that parasocial relationship stuff starts to come in. And so, for example, you'll see a lot of streamers start saying we. Whenever they reach 1 million subs, they say, oh, we reached 1 million subs. Whenever they get $1 million, they say, oh, we got $1 million. Like, no, we don't. Like little bro said, I'm broke. I can't eat. And you got the power to change that, and that's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a tactic that they use to kind of put everybody and keep everybody in that community. They start talking about we. But you got to understand, in actuality, bro, ain't no we. It don't matter how much money you donate to them. It don't matter how many times you don't subscribe to them and sub and you watch them from the very beginning. It still ain't we. You still in the same place you was when you was watching them before while you watching their life change. You spending your life watching their life. And they don't care. But you should care. You shouldn't be wasting your life on somebody else. But that's what they want to make sure that you do. Right? They want to keep you in that position. That's why they use those tactics, bro. It's not we. This is them and they peoples and whoever is around them. They barely get back. Why are you giving so much money to these people for free? Right? But that's what they do on purpose. They use that we tactic. They use that fake I'm nice persona to keep people stuck in this loop. And plenty of YouTubers and streamers have been exposed countless times. They one way on the internet and one way in person. They one way on the internet and one way to their friends and one way to their family. And then you start to see people's true character through these scams. But still, at the end of the day, they have these fan bases and they get these views. And I'm just trying to wake people up and tell them, hey, life is about balance. If you're entertained by YouTubers and you're entertained by streamers, that's perfectly fine. But if you want to enjoy your life, like how you see them enjoying their life, you got to find that balance. You can't wake up and watch YouTubers. You can't be in school watching YouTubers. You can't be trying to hustle and get money and find your passion and get to where you want to be in life and follow after your dreams, watching hours and hours of these people. You know, we got dudes talking about, oh, you know, there's an epidemic of loneliness or whatever. Now they want to be a certain way. They want to be able to talk to girls. They want to be able to get fit. They want to be able to be this type of person. But all they do is spend their time watching other people do just that. You want to learn how to talk to girls, you spending your time watching other people talk to girls. You want to get big in the gym, you watching other people working out in the gym. You watching other people improve themselves off of you tearing yourself down. But you talk about, I want to be this. When you going to start doing that? You're going to start doing that in a year from now? You're going to start doing that in 2 years from now? And that's why a lot of people are feeling what they feeling right now, because they watching other people live the life that they want. And their life is not how they want it to be. And they trying to find an escape from that. While whole time what they want is constantly sitting in the back of their heads and weighing them down. You're never going to get out of that unless you get out of the loop that YouTubers and streamers are keeping you in. YouTubers and streamers are not your friends. They're simply entertainment. That's it. They are not your friends. They are not your family. Do not let them convince you of that. And that's what a lot of them trying to do. I don't care who you name. I don't care how cool they is. I don't care how long you've been watching them for. I don't care what they do. They all fake. They all trying to keep you where you at and elevate themselves. That's what this whole thing is. People either trying to step over other people, or people trying to take away from other people to keep them where they at, to make it easier for themselves. Because you eliminate the competition. Ain't no competition. Simple. Right? And I'm not giving advice to people because I'm 19 years old, bro. What do I know? I'm not giving advice to people. I'm just kind of telling people what I feel like I'm starting to see and what I'm starting to realize. Because I used to watch YouTubers all the time, bro. But the whole time I'm watching the YouTuber, I'm like, dang, I want to be that too. I want that car. I want that money. But I don't got it. I'm not even putting myself in a position to get it. Right? And I might have been doing like little things in school, little things in sports, little things in different organizations. But at the same time, bro, splitting my time, I was managing my time with it. And that's not everybody that may come in contact with this video. That's not everybody that watches them. There may be some people who already understand it and they on their way to building something. So I'm just talking to the people that is in a position of where I was, or they starting to realize too. And yeah, you're right. In my opinion, you're starting to realize the right thing. And if you're not there yet, I hope that like somebody in your life kind of talk to you, or this video can kind of be there for you to be your realization. Streamers and YouTubers are not your friends. Just like social media is not a place to make you happy. It's not a place to make you laugh. It's not a place to keep you entertained. It's a place to keep you where you at, keep you in the loop so they can maximize your attention, maximize your views, and maximize their profit. You not winning. We not winning. They is. So that's just the message of the day. Stop wasting your time on YouTubers because these people are fake. They do not care about you. They may not necessarily be the worst people in the world, but they're not your friends. They're not the best people in the world. So just remember that. You know, when you wake up, man, don't care about no YouTuber, bro. Care about yourself. Care about your friends. Care about your family. Go outside, bro. Work out. And then in the meantime, if you ain't got nothing else to do, you finna go to sleep or something, all right, it's cool. Check out a video. Check out what a YouTuber doing if that's what you find fun. Like, I do that. I find that fun too. But at the end of the day, bro, life goes on. You get older. You can't do that. You know, you're not 10 no more. You're not 12. You know what I'm saying? If you is 12, then you ain't got to care too much about what I'm saying. But if you're older than that, you 16, bro, you don't want to be in that same position. Everybody want to get rich. Everybody want to be successful. Everybody want to do something for themselves and their family. Watching YouTube videos ain't going to do that. And these YouTubers were act like that's what they want from you or want of you. They might time to time give you these little speeches or whatever, but what is giving you a speech while watching the same video gonna do? Nothing. Right, so I'm gonna keep this video a little bit short, a little bit sweet, but whole point is, bro, stop wasting your life on things that really just don't matter. Stop wasting your life on streamers. And stop wasting your life on YouTubers. We shouldn't be watching these people sleep. You shouldn't be watching these people talk to girls. That's ridiculous. Come on, bro. A lot of y'all niggas is grown-ass men, bro. Stop doing that. All right? All right, thank you.